It is a normal morning. 1650 BC. The sun is climbing over the Jordan Valley, and the city is awake. A potter sits outside his workshop, hands deep in wet clay. He is shaping a storage jar. His son is inside, crushing barley for breakfast. 2 streets over, a woman is hanging laundry on a rooftop. In the central square, merchants are arguing over grain prices. The same arguments they had yesterday. The same ones they will have tomorrow. Except they won't. Because in 11 seconds, none of this will exist. The air changes first. Not the temperature, the pressure. A faint hum, deep in your chest. The potter's hands slow. He looks up. And then, the sky tears open. A flash. Not bright white. 1,000 times hotter than the sun. If you are looking up, your retina's vaporized before the signal reaches your brain. Then, the heat arrives. 4,000 degrees Celsius. Instantaneous. The potter's jar doesn't crack, it turns to liquid glass in his hands. His skin doesn't burn, the water in his cells flashes to steam. The laundry on the roof ignites midair. The child in the doorway doesn't have time to scream. The shockwave is half a second behind. Supersonic wind that doesn't push, it erases. Walls that stood for generations explode inward. The palace disintegrates into airborne powder. People are not thrown, they are atomized. And then, silence. Just ash. And heat rising off glass where stone used to be. This wasn't war. It wasn't divine wrath. This was physics. An execution delivered from the sky. Present day. Just north of the Dead Sea. A team of archaeologists has been digging into a mound called el-Hammam. They call it impossible. When they hit the Middle Bronze Age layer, they found a destruction matrix 5 feet thick. Ash. Charcoal. Melted brick. A graveyard of civilization compressed into 60 inches of evidence. Beneath it, a thriving city. Above it, nothing. No rebuilding. The city just stopped. But it is the details that turn your blood cold. Researchers found pottery fragments. Normal at first glance. But when you turn them over, the backside is glass. Not glazed. The clay itself has melted and re-solidified into green glass. Bronze Age kills topped out around 1200 degrees. This pottery was melted at over 3000 degrees. How do you burn a city this hot, without matches? Then there is the quartz. Shocked quartz. It is a crystal deformation that only happens under massive pressure, like a nuclear detonation. You find it at atomic test sites. You find it at asteroid craters. You do not find it in the remains of an ancient city destroyed by human hands. Something touched this place. Something that shouldn't exist in the Bronze Age. To understand what happened, we have to look at Siberia, 1908. A cosmic object exploded over the Tunguska River. No crater. No impact. Just an airburst. It flattened 80 million trees. If it had arrived 4 hours later, it would have vaporized St. Petersburg. That was a rock maybe 100 feet across. The object that hit el-Hammam was bigger. The evidence suggests a cosmic airburst. A fragment of an asteroid entering the atmosphere at 40 miles per second. It didn't hit the ground. It detonated mid-air. Right over the city. The thermal pulse moved at the speed of light. The Dead Sea, less than a mile away, flash-boiled. It sent a superheated tsunami of salt and toxic vapor across the valley. Regional surveys show at least 5 other settlements destroyed at exactly the same time. None of them were reoccupied for 600 years. Because the airburst didn't just kill the people. It killed the land. The salt cloud poisoned the soil. Agriculture became impossible. You could stand in the valley and see nothing. No green. No life. Just a scar. But the most disturbing part isn't the science. It's the fact that someone saw it coming and wrote it down. Genesis 19. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. For centuries, it has been read as a morality tale. But read it again. Not as a sermon, but as a survivor's field report. The text says that the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom. Sulfur is a component of meteorites. When superheated, it produces exactly the fire and brimstone effect described. The text says smoke rose like the smoke of a furnace. That is not a metaphor. That is exactly what happens when a city is incinerated in a flash heat event. A vertical column of thermal exhaust. And then, there is Lot's wife. She looked back. And she became a pillar of salt. We assumed this was magic. But consider the mechanics. When the Dead Sea flash boiled, it sent a wall of superheated brine and ash moving at supersonic speeds. If you were caught in it, you would be encased. Entombed in a shell of salt and debris, like the victims of Pompeii frozen in ash. The instruction to Lot was specific: don't look back. Don't stop. That wasn't theology. It was survival protocol. Face away from the blast. Protect your eyes. Keep moving. Lot's wife hesitated. She looked back, and the shockwave took her. So here's where we stand. You have a 3,000-year-old text describing fire from the sky, sulfur, and a woman turned to salt. You have a 3,600-year-old city with melted pottery, shocked quartz, and a destruction layer that matches a cosmic airburst. The timeline matches. The geography matches. The physics matches. We have matched the myth to the science. But one question keeps me up at night. Cosmic airbursts are not anomalies. They are periodic. Tunguska in 1908. Chelyabinsk in 2013. Earth moves through debris fields constantly. In 1650 BC, they had no radar. No satellites. Just the sky. And yet, the text says they were warned. The ruins remain. The glass remains. If it fell from the sky once, when will it fall again? And if it does, will we see it coming? Or will it arrive the way it did here? On an ordinary morning, when no one is looking up. The archives are open. Subscribe and join the investigation.